As a Scrum Master in a multi-team setup, you will have one area which is a common interest for other Scrum Masters although in the Agile restraint, and that is the architecture. If you don't pay enough attention to the architecture and the person responsible for it, your sprint planning and a sprint go for toss. Hi, this is Ajit here. This video I'll be talking about why it is important to keep an eye on the architecture and what is the role of the architect in having a smooth PI and smooth iterations within it. Imagine a situation that you have a very finely defined backlog ready and your team is in full capacity, they are doing very well. You go for a sprint planning meeting and then you come to know that we don't have a high level design, we don't have an architectural runway ready, and even if it is not ready, there's no details available around it, there's no plan actually and how it would emerge. Then what are you going to do actually? Then in that case you are left with two options. One is that you are working with the architect now and killing your productive time in just getting it ready so that your developers can start with some development, or maybe you're sitting idle to do some other low priority tasks which probably don't add much value while the architect is working on the architectural runway. To avoid this kind of situation, you need to actively engage the architect, right? When your team reaches out to him, as in how the things are looking with respect to the backlog that we have planned for the upcoming iterations, because every iteration is back to back related on the same art, right? So that kind of communication, advanced communication, has to happen with this person, and you as a Scrum Master need to make sense whether team is happy with their approach of what is coming in the architecture. Does that apply to their development task? It fits well what they want to achieve in this iteration, or they are not happy, and that one particular point has to emerge regularly in the daily scrum and the retrospective. The moment you feel the team is not getting the right support, and that's where you reach out to this person who is an architect for the art. In a safe setup, we got three levels of architects. One is an enterprise architect who is actually overlooking at the value stream level. Another is solution architect who looks at the solution stream level, which is across the arts. And the third person is system architects. This is the person who closely works with the arts. So your first point could be this system architect who could be reached out to get this architecture runway ready or have some sort of high level design or planning done so that teams are good to go and start in a couple of days, while the other things would emerge side by side. This person is capable enough to escalate it to his higher up architects and get things aligned and get things ready. But then the whole point is, are you keeping an eye on the architecture? Are you keeping an eye on this person, what he's doing? Because one architect sometimes is busy in many other things also. Maybe he's engaged in for other art also, or maybe he's doing some work for some team, but then your team is ignored. So that kind of understanding is what's going on with this person becomes very handy and avoids the kind of catastrophe that you face in your smooth iterations. What kind of challenges you faced with the architect and architecture? Put down your thoughts in the comment section, and also let me know what are your emerging challenges that you would like to discuss with me in a coaching session. So you can find my calendar link in this video and set up a meeting with me sometime as you feel. Thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned.